Hey everybody, I am back for another FB Live training. Cassandra Von Worsley here with you on Fire Your Inner Critic, Find Your Inner Badass, and finally build your business. If you are watching this on YouTube, please join the private Facebook community of aspiring and established entrepreneurs at facebook.com/Fire Your Inner Critic. Okay, so because I was just not in a good headspace yesterday, I decided to do double whammy training this morning, early this morning, which means there will be no FB Live training at 4 p.m. Mountain in the Facebook community today. I am actually doing the training right now at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so today's FB Live training is 3 ways to deeply connect with your tribe. 3 ways to deeply connect with your tribe. So often, entrepreneurs, especially when your inner critic is raging, when you have a lot of self-doubt about, is this business for me? Am I really equipped to do that? Am I truly an expert in the area that I say I am? There are so many other coaches, consultants, hairstylists, producers of product. You know, our inner critic often likes to help us feel like we're a dime a dozen, like there's nothing special about us. And so I want to talk in today's episode about the thing that no matter what your inner critic is saying to you, no matter what it's saying in the moment, no matter how many doubts you have about not having enough certifications, not having enough degrees, not having enough years of experience. For some people, they think they're too young. For others, they think they're too old. For some, they think they're not in enough in physical shape. And let me stop for a second and say this. So years ago, I was a personal trainer. And what made me decide to become a personal trainer was that I was significantly out of shape. I was completely out of shape. I was probably, at the time that I became a personal trainer, I was probably 60 pounds overweight. And I just hit a breaking point where I was tired of the way my body looked. I was tired of the way I felt in my body. I was so sick of being overweight that I just said to myself, not only am I going to get into fantastic shape, but I'm going to put myself in a career that forces me to be the role model that I need to be and to be in fantastic shape. And I actually became a personal trainer before I lost all the weight. Like my clients at that time, I worked at a high-end all women's gym. My clients at that time actually watched me go through the transformation. So it wasn't like they had this super fit personal trainer from day one. They were actually being trained by a woman who looked in many cases just like them, who had a lot of weight to lose. And they watched me over the months and years that they worked with me. They watched me get into phenomenal shape to the point where so many of them said to me, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe you've had kids. You look amazing." And I tell you that story because so often we feel unworthy of the business that we're in because we think we haven't arrived. We think we haven't become who, you know, this person, this version of ourselves that we think is the minimum requirement in order to be good enough to even start a business. And so I tell you that story from my own background just to say, start where you are. Like, start where you are with what you have, give it all you've got. When you deeply connect with your tribe, it doesn't matter if you are the before and not the after. They will sense your authenticity. They will sense your commitment. They will sense your drive. And they will want more of that because they're deeply connected to your mission and you're on your mission and they can see you're on your mission. So let me preface what we're going to talk about today just by saying, don't wait until you get like 5 more degrees and 10 more certifications and you feel like your tribe needs you now. In fact, they needed you 10 years ago. So do not let your inner critic talk you out of starting, because building a business is a long-term commitment. It is not an overnight success. And so you might as well be getting better and becoming more of who you are and learning more as you build a business and as you work with your customers and clients. Just want to say that. So let's dive into today's topic. 3 ways to deeply connect with your tribe. So this whole week has been about how do you deeply connect with the people that you serve, with the tribe that you serve, with the people that your calling is called to transform. So let me give you 3 ways to deeply connect with your tribe. Number 1, This is really important. I found this so helpful in terms of when I write blog posts. I'm about to, after this FB Live training, do another podcast episode on She Runs the Show. I find this so helpful when I am creating a podcast episode or I'm doing something in my business. I'm writing a Medium blog post, for example. The first way that you can deeply connect with your tribe is this: produce content that speaks to the heart of one person. Produce content that speaks to the heart of one person. Now, let me tell you why I say this. So often we think about our target market. And if you have a business background, meaning like a business degree, you totally get the idea of market segmentation and target market and your avatar and all of that fun stuff. And that is necessary. Here's the problem with that. When you start to say things like, my target market is women in their 30s to 60s who have an average annual household income of 80 to 90,000 a year, who live in urban areas, who drive, SUVs. When you start to get nitty gritty like that, you miss out on the opportunity to deeply connect. And while that's important to know at the beginning of a business, knowing those demographics will not help you deeply connect with each person who fits those demographics. So one of the things you can do to deeply connect with each person in your target market is when you produce content. So whether that is a podcast episode or a blog post or an FB Live or you're sending out an email to your tribe, produce content that speaks to the heart of one person. I really want you to sit with this for a second, because when we are having a conversation one-on-one with somebody, right, in person, let's say you meet somebody at Starbucks and you're having a conversation with them one-on-one, hopefully you've put your phone down. Hopefully you are not like texting other people. Hopefully you are not looking around at who else is in Starbucks. But if you're having a genuinely deep conversation with somebody in Starbucks that you came to meet at Starbucks, your phone is down or off or on vibrate. You are looking them directly in the eyes. You are focused on what they're saying. You're using active listening. You are curious about them and they're curious about you, and the exchange is one-to-one. And there's no better way to create amazing content for your business, whether it's video, audio, or written format, than for you to really, as you think about creating the content, as you write the script for your podcast, as you write the blog post, don't think about it like I'm trying to reach 5,000 people. When you're creating the content, say to yourself, I want to speak to the heart of one person. If I were going to speak to one person, if I were going to transform one person's life, if I were going to sit across from them in Starbucks and they're struggling and they're crying and they're hurt, and what I offer could help change their entire lives, what would I say to that one person? What would I say to that one person? So number one, if you want to deeply connect with your entire tribe, as you create content, produce content that speaks to the heart of one person. Second way that you can deeply connect with your tribe. This is a powerful one, and most of us do it without even knowing that we're doing it, but it's important to be intentional about doing this. Teach others what you most need to learn. Teach others what you most need to learn. One of the reasons why I teach mindset, one of the reasons why I am an inner badass business coach, is because this is one of the spiritual lessons that I most need to learn. My mindset, how to own it, how to hone it, how to shift it in the direction that I want to. And I spend every single day of my life, if not every moment of every single day, working on my mindset. And so you become, the student is also the teacher, and the teacher is also the student. And oftentimes we teach what we most need to learn. So the second way that you can deeply connect with your tribe is to teach others what you most need to learn. Teach others what you most need to learn. And don't be afraid to say, I'm learning with you. Like, so often people get stuck in their business because they go, well, I got to be the expert. I got to be the, I got to be the one who has figured it all out. Here's the thing about mindset. I'm never going to figure it all out. Like, not even 3 lifetimes from now am I going to have mindset all figured out. So when you position yourself with your tribe, you're not positioning it as I'm the expert. You're positioning it as I'm on this journey called life right here with you. We are in the arena together getting our asses kicked. Like, let's do this thing together. And I might be a few steps ahead of you. I'm going to teach you what I know. So maybe you do it in less time than I did. But that doesn't mean I have to be an expert and I have to be perfect, because nobody is. So second thing you can do to deeply connect with your tribe is teach others what you most need to learn. Third and final thing that I'm going to say today, third way to deeply connect with your tribe, is always ask the question, how can I serve? Of yourself, ask it to your tribe, post it at the end of a video, at the end of, how can I help you? How can I serve? And mean it. And mean it. So it really is about, every day I like to begin the day. And part of what I say to myself as I start working on business things is, who needs me right now? How can I serve them? How can I give to them? Which is also why when I have days like I had yesterday and I'm in a really shitty mood, and no matter what I do to shift it, it's not changing, and I'm actually being kind of an asshole in general. When I have days like yesterday, that's when I say to myself, I'm not going to go do an FB Live, because honestly, I'm not in the right headspace to serve. So I want you to think about that, because the third way to deeply connect with your tribe is to always ask, how can I serve? How can I make a difference for this person? How can I make a difference for my tribe? What words of affirmation and encouragement and empowerment can I give them? And so you take the focus off of you getting in your business, and you put the focus on you giving in your business. And then not only do you remove a lot of that inner critic talk by being a go-giver, but you also bring to your business a different approach. You start to say, how can I have an impact today, this moment, not 10 years from now, not 5 years from now, not when my business is at 7 figures, how can I have an impact today? And then you actually go out and do that in the world. So 3 ways to deeply connect with your tribe. Number 1, produce content that speaks to the heart of one person. Number 2, teach others what you most need to learn. And number 3, always ask how you can serve, and mean it. And if you're watching this on YouTube, because I post some of the FBA Live trainings, I don't post all of the FBA Live trainings on YouTube, I post some of them. If you are watching this on YouTube and you are thinking about starting a business, or you've just started a business, or you want to change businesses, please join our community at facebook.com/Fire Your Inner Critic. I will see you guys on the next episode of Fire Your Inner Critic, Find Your Inner Badass, and finally build your business.